Hi there, Stone here with Wood and Stone. A lot of you have been asking how I finish wood, and the short answer is there's a lot of different ways, and it depends on the project. But I thought I would start with the easiest thing that I found that I use most of the time. It's Odies oil, and I use just the original Odies oil because it's simple, it's easy, it's really strong. I've had this on stair treads, handrails, a bunch of situations where it's going to have a lot of wear and tear, and it holds up great. For well over a year now. I've had no warranty issues, no callback, and it looks really good. It also doesn't have like that solvent type smell, so you can use it in the house. It doesn't stink up your shop. It smells more like oranges when you crack the jar open. But even Odie's has a lot of stuff that it can get more complicated. Behind me here, you can see all the other types that I use on a regular basis. And we'll get into that in another video. For today, nice and easy, get you started. So Odies oil, you're just going to open it up. I already stirred this before the video. You're using a non-woven pad to you get a little material on there, and then it doesn't take much. The jar here will cover about the same amount as a gallon of polyurethane, so like 100 of these cutting boards. So it doesn't take much, and you're just going to spread that around, circular motion, get that worked in there. And then as you need more, and at the same time here, what I'm doing is I'm filling up that non-woven pad because this is brand new. So if you're going to do a bunch of these, it doesn't take as much. It's kind of like filling a paint roller. The first couple of rolls, you got to get the paint roller loaded, and then after that, you have plenty of material. And you're not trying to get a really thick coat on there. Thin to win is a good idea to keep in your mind when you're doing any kind of finishing, because thick creates a lot of variables and causes issues with drying. So just do the edges and keep going here. Once we get this covered, we're going to let it sit for about 45 minutes and come back to it. We want to make sure we're filling that grain, getting a nice coat, but we don't want like a thick layer sitting on top. Good amount of coverage, but not a thick layer sitting on top. Okay. I find one of the tricks that's really good is to tilt your piece so that you can see if you've missed any spots. You'll see the dry spots. When the piece is small, when it's a larger piece, you can take a light and bring it down towards the side so the light comes across it, not on top of it, and you'll see the dry spots in your piece. To make sure you have 100% coverage. So there we have 100% coverage. These little things are called painter's pyramids or finishing pyramids. You can get these at Woodcraft. I think they're like 50 cents a piece. They come like in a pack of 20 for 10 bucks, something along those lines. But basically the idea there is it's just touching the bottom on a tiny little point, and it's allowing the bottom to dry because I finish on that too. So we're going to let that sit for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll come back and show you the next piece of the process. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes, so we're going to get on to the next step here. You're going to take a white, clean terry cloth, and we are going to wipe off what has not dried into the wood. So get all of the excess off of there. Notice that I'm just putting the corner of the piece on my bench. This is just a cutting board, and I'm explaining the process. Wipe that off. And then I'm going to unfold and get a clean section of the rag, and I'm going to do it again. We are trying to get all of this material off, and what stays is what's supposed to stay. Okay, that's it. What you should be able to do is touch it with your finger and not see your fingerprint in it. And that indicates that you got enough material off of there. And then I like to let this sit for about a day afterwards, just to let that really harden up. And then it's good to go. It's that simple, that easy. It's super forgiving. And that's one of the reasons why I like it. And the fact that it's easy and strong, it produces a good product at the end of it, is really, really nice. Usually you don't get those two things. So anyway, that's the easy finish for wood.